What's good, my zesty lemons? It is Eileen, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading for Pisces. Today is the 28th, and it was either yesterday or today. It's supposed to allegedly be the last day of Mercury's retrograde. Again, I want to apologize that I could not get these out sooner because I have fallen ill. Still kind of dealing with it, but that's neither here nor there. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. God, thank you so much for this opportunity to read for Pisces. I pray that my messages are concise and accurate and that they will touch home for those that are meant to hear this message. I pray that it also provides healing and confirmation. Should there be anyone that has an issue with what is being said and try to project any negativity my way, then we will send that shit right back to sender. Alright. Ahead. And let's get into it. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, and I appreciate you for stopping by. Let's get into it. What does Pisces need to know at this time? Okay, right off the bat, we have, when you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Okay, so I think that's self-explanatory. Let's see what else we can get. Now my throat is trying to stop giving away your power right now. So there's a current challenge of you spending your power or investing your power into something that is not going to serve you. And God is like, yo, I'm gonna need you to stop. Okay? So when you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. So this is either a positive or a negative. And we're going to see exactly what this is trying to convey. Because with this being said, oftentimes things that excite us may not be the best for us. And so the challenge could be, you know, stop giving away your power to this person or to this place or this thing. Okay. Do something kind for someone without any expectation. I think that kindness as a whole needs to be exercised on a regular basis. And I understand we now have grown into this mode of, I'll acknowledge you if you acknowledge me. But sometimes, depending on the circumstances, because if the person... Okay. I'm just going to go on ahead and say it, and even myself, I struggle with this too. Sometimes you just have to be the bigger person, you know? Kill or unalive them with kindness. So, you know, it reminds me, there's this woman, and every time she sees me, every time she sees me, and I think it's not just me, I think it's anybody. She just... One second. What do you need?
Where's my book? Can I have it?
No, you cannot. Go finish your homework.
I'm already done my homework.
Okay, then it's right over there. Be on your best behavior, please, because I am recording. Well, just because you know that I'm recording doesn't mean that you're going to follow through. Go on. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry about that. But as I was saying, like, I shouldn't take it personal because that could just be who she is. She just doesn't feel like she needs to smile, and it could be one of those. Well, she actually told me, "Well, I don't deal with you like that." So I'm just like, okay, well, since you don't deal with me, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be all hateful and uncouth either. But you know what I do? I smile at her ass anyways, and I'm pretty sure it irritates her, but I don't give a damn because you know what? I'm not gonna stop being who I am just because you want to be icy, okay? So I feel like in situations like that, doing something kind for someone could just be a simple smile, not rolling your eyes at them, saying hi to them. And you might look at it from a petty standpoint, but there's a reason that this is saying to do so. If this is gifting someone, you should not expect anything because then it's no longer assistance of any kind. It's a business venture, right? So, yeah, just do something kind without expecting anything in return. Maybe just seeing the joy on that person's face is enough to make your day. And if you haven't tried it, then maybe you should try it. Who knows? We'll see. All right, for the last card. Okay, that flipped. Let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. I also want to make sure, because I kind of felt like some may have flipped when I thought that they were just shuffling. So let me just make sure here. Because I don't know if you're like me, when I watch other readers shuffle cards and I be seeing some of them be flipped, and I'm like, I know you see that card. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, are you keeping that there so that you can pull that out? Like, I don't know. That's just me, but it's a pet peeve. I'll get over it. So yes, when you find something that excites you, go all in and enjoy the ride. Stop giving away your power right now. That seems like a demand. Do something kind for someone without expectation and let your feelings, all of them, let them out, even the ones that scare you. Do I think that you need to go to someone and just spaz out on them? Absolutely not. But I think that what this is saying is, on the flip side, if there's some pain and hurt, then I think it's best for you to go on ahead and scream into that pillow, cry, whatever you got to do, punch the pillow, and get yourself back to center. If this is excitement of some sort, I think that you should only share the news with those that truly support what you got going on. Okay? And maybe whatever this excitement is, maybe this do something kind for someone without any expectations ties in. So let's go ahead and see what this is talking about. These cards are big, man. And I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. I thought it was going to flip, but I wasn't trying to. Flip it. All right. God, thank you so much for the messages. Now, could you please explain in detail as to why you chose these cards for Pisces? Why did you choose these cards for Pisces? Oops. Okay. I hope that everyone is having a good day. I forgot to ask y'all how y'all was doing. I just jumped right in. But I do hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that you are taking care of yourself and you're not getting sick. I guess those cards wanted to come out anyways. So we have the Nine of Wands here. When you find something that excites you, okay? So let me take a look here. So it appears, as you see, this looks like a social media profile of some sort. And it says, you, personal, creator, dreamer, doer, almost there. And that's interesting. So we have 9 posts, 999 follows, and 900 following. Okay, so I feel like I said before, with this challenge of ending throwing your power into something that no longer serves you, I feel as though this is saying to always stay on guard and to stand firm. This is resilience. And I think it is because of this passion, you always come back to it. And I think that the wounds, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the traditional Nine of Wands, it's a man who is leaning on a crutch and he has bandages on his head, and I think his leg is injured. I don't know if he has any bandages around his body, but I do know that the head took some damage. And so how I look at that is clashing of energies, people trying to distract you or discouraging you from this particular gift or desire that you want to accomplish. And the fact that you keep bouncing back shows that this really is yours for the taking. It reminds me of myself, because I'm not gonna lie, I do get frustrated at times when I try to upload videos and I try to encourage individuals to comment, but I have to take myself away from it because I can understand how daunting falling into, you know, that cesspool of trying to get validation from other people. I had to stop that shit. Not saying that I don't care, but at the same time, I don't got to the point where I'm like, I could care less if y'all don't like the videos or not. I know that this is something that I enjoy to do. And I had to stop, or for now, I decided to put celebrity readings on hold. Well, I have one more that I'm going to do, but I was getting tired of it because those that were requesting, I wasn't getting the response. And I'm like, this stuff takes time and energy. And I didn't feel like I was getting, you know, I'm putting this out there, but I just didn't feel like, you know, I was it. And so I was just like, eh. So I wanted to just get rid of it and find something else to do. But every time I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep going. And it's because of the fact that this is something that I love to do. And I feel like the more that I keep pushing, I'm going to get the outcome that I hopefully and rightfully deserve. I'm not trying to attract superficial mentalities or low vibrational energies. I'm wanting to attract like-minded individuals, hence the reason why I'm just going to focus more or less on zodiac signs and try to see if I can reach out to that audience that way. You know? But I do believe that in saying that, whatever desires you have, you're going to have people that are going to, like I said, trip you up or verbally pop you upside the head because they just don't understand why you're wasting your time, or, well, why aren't you doing readings on this? We like this person, or why aren't you doing that? Because I had to look beyond the mentality. And I feel like that's what you have to do too. You have to look beyond the mentality, excuse me, and keep pressing forward. Because whatever your desires or goals are, they obviously don't align with those individuals. And they're the last person that you really need to allow to affect you in that way. So, anyways, we have the Six of Cups. So, this is, yeah, stop giving away the, your power to your past. So if you've had failed attempts before, it's okay. This is not a race. Fuck that algorithm. You are the creator of your own destiny. And time is man-made. I think the main goal is just to continue to create. Whatever that might mean for you. But don't let anybody get in the way of that. And I know this is easier said than done, but at least try to absorb what I'm saying. Like, if you really think about it, really hone into the individuals that got something to say. Like, for example, now this has nothing to do with a goal or anything, but I made a comment about Kid Cudi because I was watching him on Hot Ones. So on my Facebook post, I just simply stated, wow, I didn't realize how handsome Kid Cudi was. I never paid attention to him until now. And then I had somebody get on there, okay, but he wears dresses. And, use all these stupid emojis. And I'm like, okay. Or when I said, so, what does that have to do with him being handsome? And then he's like, you right. Or something like that. And I'm like, what? Like, no matter what it is, you're going to have somebody that's going to feel some type of way about what you said. And they want to try to shame you or make you feel some type of way because you stand on business on your opinion. And sometimes you just got to be like, okay, and what's that got to do with this? So, in saying that, when the Six of Cups, aka your past, this could be a past person, this could be your past as a whole, like the trauma. Sometimes you're going to have to look at your past and they be like, well, remember the last time you tried to do this and it didn't work out? Okay, and what's that got to do with today? You right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it has to be. Next, we have the Strength card. Do something kind for someone without expectation. And I used this analogy before and I'm going to use it again because I'm kind of sensing this is what it needs to be said. Like, there's no perfect time to do something for someone. There should never be any conditions. And like I said before, this person is waiting to cross to get to the other side. Well, sometimes you're just going to have to step out of your comfort zone and just do something. I mean, and I know that the world is crazy, okay? It's a hit and miss sometimes. But I feel that if you feel this notion, you know what, I'm going to fill my mother's tank up today. Or I'm going to surprise my best friend with this. Or I'm going to treat myself to something. Because sometimes that person can be you. Maybe you need to be kinder to yourself without any expectations, you know? It just hits you like, you know what? I'm going to go and do this. But there's no perfect time. Remember, timing is man-made. Go with your gut instinct. That's how I look at that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Death card here. Okay. And as you can see, everyone is on this bus. Probably looking at, you know, death like, what the hell is you doing on this bus? What's that mean for us? No, it means that their destination, they're all going the same way. And I think that it just represents that current path is ending. Okay? It's time for you to unalive holding on to your past attempts, and start looking at future attempts. No one is going to ace something the first round. And going back to timing, you might be a late bloomer, but that does not mean that it's not meant for you, okay? Sometimes divine timing depends on how long you hold on to your traumas and your past and listening to what people are saying. I saw a post on Facebook that said, you know, we're just going to have to get used to the fact that people are just going to talk about us. I ain't got time to be sitting here stressing out over a worthless opinion. You don't know my life. You don't know nothing about me. How is that paying my bills? How is that paying your bills? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, dead all of that. Let all that stuff go. Let's go ahead and yeah, I get it. You're scared of what's to come. But you gotta have the courage to face tomorrow by challenging yourself to look at the past today and telling it to kick rocks. People don't tell you what they really are doing to get that overnight success. Some individuals are doing things on the low while you're over here struggling to turn somebody's head. I would rather continue to do what I'm doing, knowing that eventually my hard work is eventually going to pay off. I was like, do you remember? You don't remember, but I remember one reader had made mention of me, not really me per se, but I did a pick a card on her page, and she was saying something along the lines of, you know, I see that you might be struggling with your page or whatnot, but you might end up with overnight success. Like, you could be posting things and then just out the blue, boom. You know, it may take you 6 months. It might take you a year. You know what I'm saying? But you continue to put the stuff out there. And especially when it comes to tarot, like if you are really tapped in, like for example, my Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp video. I was for sure that was going to be the one that was going to take me where it needed to be. And it wasn't. I think I got more responses from Jackson Wang than anything. Shout out to y'all that thumbed that up though. But the fact that that video is still there, you know, so if someone is like, you know what, I wanna see what people saw with Johnny Depp and Amber and stuff like that. Like, they just want to go down memory lane. Boom, there it is. So if that is a video, or it may not even be that one, it could be something else. It could be the video that I'm about to do once I'm done with all the zodiac signs. Who knows? But it's not even about the outcome. And it took me so long to realize that. It's about the journey. Let me fix this because y'all can't see nothing over here. My fault. Let me pull this up. Sorry. I have to angle it this way because I want to make sure that y'all can see exactly what's going on. Alright, so I'll do this correctly and make sure. Nope, it's reversed. Alright. So we have the Two of Swords here with the Nine of Wands. And so how I look at this is that you're preparing for the unknown with the Nine of Wands. Like you're battled, you're exhausted, but you're still prepared to give it another go. And now here you are in need of making a choice, and you can't figure out whether to go left or right. But I feel like what this is saying is, again, focus on your gut instinct. Whenever I see that moon, that's how I look at that. Like, don't be so focused on intellect, because sometimes your brain can play mean tricks on you. And I mean, and your emotions can too. But if you could just take the time to, and that's why it was saying, like, you know, I mean, if it excites you, then jump right in. There should not be a reason as to why you're questioning the situation. And you know exactly how this particular person, how this particular job, project, dream, desire, you know exactly how this makes you feel. And the only reason why you would be hesitant is because your thoughts are like, well, what if? Well, what if? You're not going to know until you try. Yeah, you may have bumped your head a few times, or you may have been ambushed, but that has nothing to do with today. And I wouldn't be letting nobody try to remind me of my past. Don't nobody care about a dumpster diver. Let them sit in the trash. Since they want to be all up in your stuff, leave them there. They ain't gonna come with you anyways. So make that decision. You know exactly what it is. We have the Lovers. So for some of you, this is talking about, well, there's someone that I have in mind that I really want to get to know, and I want to see what's up. Could this be a potential lover? I recognize this person as my soulmate, or at least I think I do. So I want to give it a go. And it's funny because Six of Cups does represent soulmate energy. But I also see this because the Lovers represents a decision. Integrating the shadow aspects with the light and becoming one. And it's a 6. So, trusting the divine is an action within itself. So you're giving your 3, and God is giving his 3. So, yeah. Okay, so we have the 10 of Cups here. I do see this as a romantic endeavor. So for some of you, stop being scared and say hi. Saying hi to someone and getting to know someone does not necessarily mean that you're going to be in love seconds later. But there's nothing wrong with introducing yourself. See what I'm saying? But if this is talking about a desire of some sort, your past, let's say that you held back because you didn't pick the best suitors. That's okay. Nobody, I mean, you have some, you know, they pick their person, but that's not to say that they don't go through things. But a majority of us have to bump our heads a few good times before that right person comes along. And by right person, I mean the perfect person, aka not perfection, but the one that completes us. But this is someone that is going to give you the happiness and contentment and love that you're longing for. If you're wanting to start a family, they're going to give you that. If this is you wanting to test the waters to see if you have what it takes to accomplish this dream or goal, yes. And I feel that with the Death card here, a change is happening. You're on the path of transformation. And regardless of whether or not you want to sit beside the scary thought of the unknown, you're going to have to deal with it anyways, because you're going to have to face it. Sometimes situations will throw us under the bus. Kind of like how I mentioned this in the previous reading, of how our, family back in the days would throw us in the water to teach us how to swim. And it's like, well, you better get to kicking and holding your breath. But you're not going to know what you're capable of until you try. And you also have to let go. It's important for you to let go of the past and the things that was boggling you. So we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel that what this is saying is that you will no longer feel invalid. You won't feel left in the cold. You won't be struggling. You have a false sense of security with your past. It's like a security blanket. You're holding tight, but little do you know that it is, in the tiny threads is barbed wire and you're hurting yourself. Let it go. If it's a person, let him go. Let her go. Do something kind without any expectations. This could be someone asking you on a date. Or hey, you wanna get a bite to eat? It don't even have to be a date. But you know what? I don't have anything else to do. I'll go ahead and give it a go. And then it turns out to be a wonderful experience that neither one of you anticipated. Oh, my throat's starting to ache again. I just saw the 8 of Cups. There it is right there. Walk away from things that no longer serve you. What's the point of pining over it? It ended long ago. You're a grown man and woman now. Accept what happened and move forward, because there are other things that are more deserving of your time and your energy and your love and affection. Lovers again. So yeah, I'm thinking that this is whatever this might mean. I will say that you are definitely divinely protected. God is going to see to it that you get what you want, and I think it's because you've been manifesting this. You've been thinking about it, and you may have, like I said, slipped up along the way. You may have made a poor choice in suitors, but that's okay. And that's their bad, not yours. Yeah, I mean, you're like, well, you can say that again, or yeah, who are you know, basically like, whatever, I'm the one that had to deal with it. Yeah, that may be the case, but you're no longer in that situation now. And they lost a great thing. There is someone out there for you, destined for you. So I do see marriage here. So if you've been wondering if you and your soulmate, this person that you fell in love with, if you guys are going to get married, I will say yes, especially with these two together. But I'm looking at the 5. And to me, I feel like this is saying to have faith in your capabilities of utilizing your intuition and following the prompts. You don't have to go to somebody so that they can make you derail off of the, you know, your path. Stop giving away your power. Sometimes people that you talk to, and you'll know who it is, sometimes they don't have your best interest at heart. Especially if their life is miserable. They ain't gonna hear, they don't care about you wanting to pursue your dreams. Their life is messed up. Why would they care? But then you do have some that are like, well, hey, one of us has got to make it, and that's cool if they have that mentality. But just don't ask for advice from anyone that don't have their life figured out. Okay? Just don't do it. We have the 7 of Wands right here. Okay? And again, now this is the the 7 of Wands, and then we have the 9 of Wands. So I feel like you don't have to explain yourself. People may be trying to come for you because they want a piece of whatever this desire is. And you know what? To be honest with you, you see how she's not even raising her bow? She's like, I don't even care. You can't have what I got. I worked hard for this. I manifested this. I've prayed for this. I've cried over this. This is mine for the taking. And how dare you think that you about to come up over here and put your funky ass hands on this precious pearl? I think not. I think not. And there it is. After I shuffled. Walk away from that. Because, you know, look. At the end of the day, especially in this climate, it's all about instant gratification. And they probably wasn't even thinking about this desire until you decided to hone in on it and share with this individual. And when they feel like you're onto something, then they're definitely going to invest more time because they want to see how far you're going to get with it. And then they're going to feel like because they went on this journey with you, that it's only fair that you break them off. Now, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite on what I just said. If you feel, then you know what? Depending on what it is. Depending on what it is. And if it's tangible, and you know that the person's not deserving, you can give them a little tiny piece. You don't have to give them a huge fraction. But I would set those boundaries immediately after. That's what I would do. So, I think overall this is talking about a deep desire that you have for someone, something. And it's saying to let go of your past, because in order for you to acquire this, you have to let it go. Let death do its thing and transform you into that butterfly. Aren't you tired of being cooped up in that chrysalis? Surely you are. There's nothing to be afraid of. Your karma, or what you deem as karma, or was karma, is done and over with now. Okay? So let's see what your final messages is for this reading. Yeah, this is someone, whatever this manifestation is, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have some haters. They're going to be so mad, but you know what? That's a them problem. Energize yourself with the weather. Enjoy the warm sunshine, the wind in the trees, the cleansing rain, or the clarity after a snowstorm. This will increase your aliveness. So I just feel like, hold on, I'm trying to see what I was going to say. I keep hearing this bumping over here because our kids be bumping around and you can feel it. It's just, anyways. Get outside more. Really allow God to bless you. And even if it's snowing in your area and you're like, man, I ain't trying to go out there next. Go out there anyways. Obviously, you're going to be dressed for the occasion. But just admire the beauty that is presented to you. Just go out there and just be. I think that's the whole point of this. It's just simply being. You can handle this. There is a wise saying that says you are never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart and reconnect with your strength. Don't give up. Set limits with draining people. When people are depleting, kindly set a limit, such as, I only have 10 minutes to listen. Such a self-care is respectful and empowering. See what I'm saying? You see that? It says no. Know your limits when it comes to blessing individuals. Yes, it says to do something kind without expectation. Maybe that is people expecting for you to do something kind for them without expectation. without, you know, them wanting to even think about doing something for you. So basically, I feel like this is saying to just stop surrounding yourself with individuals that are constantly draining you, because they're not showing you the respect that you rightfully deserve. They won't even show you that you are worthy of their time. They just want to take. So romantically, that's not the energy that you want, but you will be blessed with someone. So if marriage is your thing, and if it's not even marriage per se, you perceive marriage as like just having a life partner, you will have a life partner. I do feel that. All right. So we have release your critical voice within. When a critical voice says, I am not enough, or I'm too sensitive, immediately counter it with, that's not true, and focus on loving thoughts instead. So going along with the past, like, it needs to be done. All the things that have been said to you in the past, that was just projected energy from individuals that felt that way about themselves. And if you have done the work, meaning that you have gone to therapy, I'm not going to say that it's going to end. You're going to have moments where the past is going to try to pop up again. And then you're going to be like, you know what, yeah, okay, and what's that got to do with today? You know, like I said, you made that mistake. Okay, and I'm healed from that now. Can you find something else? Can we move on to something else? Give me something more challenging, you know? So it's either your voice or it's someone else that is trying to make you feel some type of way about your dreams and your desires. I know the biggest enemy of all times can be ourselves. So I do think that, yes, being kind to yourself, that will also prevent you from anxiety attachment and being a people pleaser. Just do your best to understand the value of you. Okay? Energize yourself with the universe as a whole. Be one with the weather. And damn it, dream those dreams. Because you will accomplish them. If you continue. I want to do the best that I can to fulfill my dreams. And I wish the same for you. Okay? So Pisces, if you enjoyed this reading, I would love a thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe. Tell your friends about me. And remember this. When life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care, Pisces. Bye.